How's it going? So the question is, does useMemo, does useState automatically memoize an object inside of it? And the answer is yes. One sec. Because if we take identical object, so we have a setup where we have a count. We probably don't need this. For this video, we don't probably need this. So we have a setup where we have count. We have useEffect that increases the count. So if the object is not memoized, i.e. the reference changes on every re-render, we get an infinite loop. So I'll show you. You see we get infinite loop in here. Why does that happen? Because this object, which is identical to this one, is not memoized. Alright? So for this reason, what happens is component re-renders. At the end, count increases. Component re-renders. This reference changes. useMemo detects it. It triggers. Count increases. Re-renders. useMemo sees that my object reference has changed. Increases the count. And this is like an infinite loop. So the way to avoid it, obviously, is like so. Right, now we remove the... Oh, we're returning object, so we need to do it like this. Yeah, we need to do it like this. Because it's an object. Whoopsie. Did I troll hardcore? I think I did, yeah. There you go. No, it should be fine. Alright, so now there is no infinite re-render. So we're gonna reload, you see, no infinite re-render. Now, why does that happen? Because now this value is memoized, right? Okay, so we'll revert everything back. So now we have this object, which is identical to this one. So the question is, if we put this in here, will it create infinite re-render? And the answer is no, it will not. Because useState automatically memoizes it for you. Okay? So just be aware of this. Now the second question is it safe to put an object inside useEffect? Because remember, this object, the reference of this object does not change between re-renders. So is it safe to put it into dependency, and will it trigger if you change something inside of the object? Okay, and the answer is yes, it's safe. You can do it. So now we don't need the count for this one. We can just remove the count. Okay. So let me just remove this and just put a console log in here. Okay, so here's the setup. We have object, which is in here. It's going to just show us what's inside the object, okay? We have a button, which when we click, we change the object keys inside, what's inside of the object, right? I'm just gonna add +1 to start, okay? So now the question is, since the reference does not change, will this trigger? And the answer is yes, it will. Because, in my opinion, I haven't really checked under the hood, but what's happening is that this object is memoized, but the dependency inside that useMemo are the keys inside the object. And for this reason, it should always change. So as you can see, it's working as I'm assuming it should work, you see? So we're getting the trigger. We're changing the object and use memo or useEffect triggers. Because even though the reference does not change, the content inside changes and the object gets recreated. And as a result, useEffect detects it and then it triggers. Okay? Take care, bye-bye.